Tipping culture is fucking weird. At least that is my opinion after having seen how Americans have to deal with it. Like, I have seen so many videos of people having these crazy people being like, "Why aren't you leaving me a tip? Where is my tip? Why do you only give me this amount of the tip?" And I'm like, what's going on? What's happening? Is it because I am one, Swedish, and two, never been exposed to it? Well, that is a lie. I have been exposed to it once. That was when I was with my ex in Germany, and he told me to leave a coin on the table. I don't remember what it was, but it was like, we are just gonna leave this. And I was like, I was questioning it. I was like, why are we leaving this? Why? And it was like, that's just what you do. And I was like, what? Why are we leaving a tip? It doesn't make any sense. And he was like, no, but that's what you do. You leave a tip. I think we were eating at a Pizza Hut or something. It was like my first time in a Pizza Hut. And I was like, well, if I ever encounter a Pizza Hut in Sweden, I am never going there if I am supposed to leave a tip. Like, what is this unwritten rule? When are you supposed to leave a tip? In Sweden, people usually get paid. Like, they have a normal paying system. Like, they get their payments, the thing for like when the corporate people give you money at the end of the month. Like, you don't have to give people tips because they already have a set pay, like, money that they get in. I don't know the word. The bird brain is working relentlessly, but I can't figure it out. But like, I just don't understand. How do people know where and when and why you should leave a tip? Because, like, as I said, I, as a normal Swedish person, I don't go to restaurants that often. The few times I do, I have never left a tip. But now, after watching all this, I'm like, am I supposed to leave a tip? How will I know if I'm supposed to leave a tip or not? Like, it probably is a few places in Sweden where you are supposed to leave tips, but I just have never encountered them. Ever. And it honestly scares me because if I fly to the US and someone tells me I have to tip someone, the only reason why I would do it is probably because I would be guilted into it. Because otherwise I wouldn't do it, because I would assume that you're working at a proper place that gives you money for the work that you're doing and don't have to rely on other people to do it for you. Like the same thing with like people that when you go to checkout and it says, "Thank you for your services. How much do you want to tip?" Nothing. Why would I want to tip something? Why? I would tip nothing. There is no reason to leave a tip to a machine. The same thing with these horror like scenarios with people getting DoorDash. Something I will never experience unless I live inside a big city, because people don't want to go out to the countryside, okay? They don't. We don't get delivery out here. But if I ever do, I would be horrified because would they expect me to tip? I haven't encountered any time in Sweden, at least, where people tip. When I visit my sister who lives in a bigger city, I don't think we ever tipped the people that delivered food to us. Because it has happened a few times when with my sister and we get lazy, we don't want to go out. We order something, which is foreign to me, by the way, side rant. Getting stuff delivered to your door, for me, is completely foreign. Like, it's something luxurious, something rich people can afford that lives in the cities. It's not saying my sister is rich, but I'm not saying she's poor either. Like, she just takes use of, I was going to say take advantage, but she takes use of what she can, which is home delivery, which is fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10 would love to have it happen where I live, but that would never happen. I completely lost where I was going with this. But anyway, like, I can't imagine that even once we left a tip, unless my sister did it when I wasn't there. But since I also help her pay for the food when I'm there, I would imagine she would have told me. So is this just a American thing / the rest of the world thing? Or have we just not encountered anyone that is gonna force us to leave a tip? Because I'm confused. Like, and people seem to go berserk over the amount they get versus the amount they don't get. Like, just recently, the reason why I'm making this video is because I was watching, I think it was Moist Critical react to people crashing out with tips. I don't remember purely. Maybe it was someone else, but I was watching Most Critical before that and then probably saw. I don't remember. Whatever. Fuck that. Whatever. I was watching someone that was like, you only gave me an $8 tip. I'm taking your food back. And I'm like, be grateful that you got any money at all from the tip. Like, is there a strict written rule that you have to tip someone? Because if not, you should be grateful to get tips. Like, am I wrong here? Is it just because I'm not in that culture that I'm seeing this differently? Because I think it's very entitled of people to be like, where is my tip? Like, I don't know. I could be wrong. Tell me in the comments what you think. Is it appropriate to always leave a tip? Is it just because I live in a little box out on the countryside that I don't know about this? Don't know how many Swedish people have watched me. If you're Swedish and you're watching this, tell me, is there places in Sweden where you're supposed to leave a tip, or is this just not a thing? Like, I genuinely want to know, because I have never been to a place where I'm asked to tip. And I also don't think that anyone in Sweden would ask you to tip, because Sweden is a country where you don't really interact with each other. You have your bubble. Sure, you might be friendly if the need arises, like in a store, if you notice someone is lost a little bit and you're like, hey, do you need any help? Like, often older people, or like if they can't reach something, you can offer to help them with that. But like, you never really talk to people, especially not people in like that works like in restaurants or stores, because you're there for one thing. You're there to get your stuff and get the fuck out. You're there to eat and get the fuck out. Like, you don't want to bother anyone. At least that's how I've been brought up. Other Swedish families might be brought up differently, but in my family, you go in, you do your thing, you don't bother anyone, you don't talk to anyone, no one talks to you, done. Like, tell me how you are feeling, how you all experience this tipping thing. Is it something that's forced upon you, or is it like an unwritten rule? Do people always ask for tips, or is it just assumed that you're supposed to know that you are forced to tip? And as I said earlier, if this is a thing in Sweden, do tell me if you're Swedish. I am genuinely curious. And yeah, that was my little tip questioning rant. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Don't forget to subscribe.